I'm your host, Daniel Hill. There is so much Instagram news to get into, I'm actually slightly concerned that I'm going to miss something, but I'm going to start with my favorite things and work my way backward. Let's start by talking about Threads. A little bit of context to this news first. If you were on Twitter back in the day, you may have used an app to access Twitter called TweetDeck. TweetDeck was an app and also a website that let you add columns so you could track different things on Twitter, from search terms to hashtags to your DMs to replies. You could add columns for anything you want. You could even add columns across different accounts. So if you were a social media manager who was managing different accounts for different clients and so forth, you could track a whole lot of things, and it was an awesome layout. When Elon Musk bought Twitter, he put TweetDeck behind the paywall, and therefore I stopped using it. Threads has rolled out a very similar concept. Adam Mosseri posted on Threads, quote, "We're starting to roll out the new threads.net on desktop globally, so you can customize and personalize what you see. We have a lot of great ideas to make this the best website to share ideas, so stay tuned for more and let us know if you have any suggestions." And then he posted a screenshot of what Threads looks like with the columns. I've had this for the past couple of days. I've been testing around with it a little bit, and it is exactly like what TweetDeck used to be. I will say that I think TweetDeck had one or two more features within the columns that you could add. For instance, you could search based on a location. So I could put in the longitude and latitude of where I was and a radius, and it would give me all the tweets that people had posted with their geographic information attached to those tweets, and I could see them within a radius. So for instance, I could do within 5 miles of my house, and I could see what people were talking about locally, which was super cool. I haven't quite figured out how to do that on Threads yet. I'm not saying it isn't possible. I just haven't figured it out. But overall, I love where this is going. If you don't use Threads on the desktop, this is a very good reason to check it out. I will link to Adam Mosseri's post about it in the show notes so you can see what it looks like for yourself in case you don't have it. In other news, Instagram has added more features to Notes. If you're not familiar, Notes are like status updates. You can find them in your direct message inbox. They'll be there at the top. They're very popular with teens. Instagram has gone on record as saying repeatedly how much teenagers love the Notes feature. First, Instagram is adding Notes prompts, which will enable users to initiate conversations in the app based on templated queries. In the example screenshot Instagram shared, there's one that says current mood, and people have an option to add exactly what their feelings are around that current mood, and it's all shown in one screenshot that you can look at instead of being individual replies in your DM box. So I think that's an interesting concept. The next one is you can now use @mentions in Notes, so you can make more direct contact with your prompts. So if you want to tag the artist whose song you have shared in your notes, for instance, you can go ahead and do that. And the last thing is Notes likes, where you can react to notes without having to add your own thoughts. You can like a note by double tapping or clicking the heart icon in the reply sheet. These are very simple, but nice to see that Instagram is working on expanding Notes to be more cohesive. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Reels longer than 90 seconds, why you might not want to do that, but how to do it anyway. And the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, will share a new feature that Instagram has just rolled out to keep people safe on the platform. So stick around. Oh, hey, welcome back. Recently on the show, I talked about how Instagram had a creator event in New York City, which I was not invited to, but they stressed the importance of posting Reels that were less than 90 seconds. However, you can post Reels longer than 90 seconds, and I talked about how to do that on the show the other day. The Instagram @creators account had a tutorial on how to post Reels, which are longer than 90 seconds. I'm going to play the clip of the explanation of how to do it, and then I'm going to explain why you might not want to on Instagram.
If you are a creator on Instagram and you want to create videos that are over 1.5 minutes long, make sure to watch this. I know everybody's talking about making longer reels, so here's how you can upload that. Usually when you upload a reel, you will go to the reel section and you can see how you have to select only 90 seconds of your video. Now here's what you're gonna do instead. Scroll over to post. Now click onto the same video that you wanted to post. That is literally it. This allows you to post longer than 1.5 minutes video. That way you do not have to jump cut or edit part of your video. You can just post as it is. It's so convenient, so easy to use. Honestly, it's a hidden hack.
Okay, let's just recap. All videos on Instagram are reels, but if you want to make a reel longer than 90 seconds, create it as a post. That's all you needed to know. With that context, why would you not want to create a reel longer than 90 seconds? In the caption of the Instagram @creators account post that I just inserted the audio for, Instagram explained in the caption, quote, "You can post a video over 90 seconds on Instagram. Just remember that any videos over 90 seconds won't be eligible to be recommended in Explore or Reels tab." End quote. If you want to get your reel recommended, and I think you would want to, it makes sense to have it be less than 90 seconds. I will link to all of this in the show notes so you can see it for yourself. And lastly, the head of Instagram announced today some updates that will keep people safe on the platform, and here he is to explain that.
Today we're announcing a new feature to help teens and everyone really protect themselves on Instagram. Now it's actually an extension of an existing feature called Limits, which was designed for creators and allows them to limit those who can tag them, DM them, mention and comment on their stuff to just accounts that they follow and accounts that have followed them for a long time. And what we're now allowing you to do with Limits is to limit all of those interactions just to people on your close friends list. So if you're going through a difficult moment right now, whether or not you are a footballer that missed a penalty kick, or you are a high school kid who just switched high schools, and you want to limit who can interact with you on Instagram to make sure it's a safe place for you, now you can do so by limiting it just to your close friends in an effort to try to make Instagram as safe and positive a place for you as possible. Let me know down below in the comments what you think of the feature, and send this to a friend who might want to actually understand all the different tools we have around safety on Instagram. See y'all soon. Peace.
To give that a little bit more explanation, when you have this feature turned on, the people who are not in your close friends list will still be able to interact with your posts, but you won't see any updates about them. Those accounts who are not in your close friends won't know that you've hidden their contact. You can choose to ignore the limited comments and DMs or view them if you want. Now, when you set this, Instagram lets you limit it for up to 4 weeks at a time, but you can extend that. Interesting feature. Anything that keeps people safe on the platform, I'm all for. That is going to do it for today's episode. As always, thank you for listening. If you have just a moment, please go on Apple Podcasts and leave a review of this show. I link to how to do that in the show notes because I want it to be as easy as possible for you. Even if you listen to this on a smart speaker or in Spotify or Pocket Cast or Overcast or whatever app you use, that's fine. I appreciate all kinds of different podcasting methods of listening, but leaving a review on Apple Podcasts is the best way to do it, and that's why I left the link in the show notes. Leave a review, and I will send you $1.
Let me tell you a couple things that you should know about me. A product manager, but do not have a bachelor's degree. But actually, that's factually a fraction of me. Another fraction's posting content irregular and irrationally. Still probably won't get a job at the Gram. They forgot, they don't know, or don't care who I am. That's why you never see me at the parties and events. My lack of followers must make me irrelevant. Don't have a course, a book to sell to make a bag of grand. Not a social media marketer, don't represent any brands. Plain to see, don't have an agency, but I got a lot of spam. Just putting in my work without the glitz and glam. Won't catch me eating fish unless it's shrimp or clam. No six pack, no risk that, there's a gym card in my hand. Don't have a full-time job, but I got a lot of plans. Stay plotting, dropping knowledge on TikTok and Instagram.